Hi guys, how you doing? My name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Another boiling hot day in here in Rochester. It's reached 35 degrees. So Alexa says 35 degrees. I've been indoors for most of the day. Alexa, what's the time, please?
It's 5:20 p.m.
Alexa, what's the temperature?
At the moment, it's 36 degrees Celsius. Tonight, you can expect a low of 18 degrees.
It seems to be going up and up and up. It's 33 degrees, then it was 35, then it was, now it's 36. My God. I'm not going to take Max for a walk until it's cooled completely down. No, I'm not, so we'll have to wait till it cools right down. Sweating buckets, just standing up and walking from up the room to down the room. It's awful heat. It's awful. Fortunately, for me, I haven't had to travel on trains and buses. It's been one of those days where, you know, it's been non-stop morning till night. So I was woken up at 5 a.m. this morning by the guy upstairs going to work. His car was outside my bedroom window. It was making a racket. Fumes coming out of the exhaust pipe through my window. I got up and I thought, right, shall I go and lie back down and go to sleep, or shall I go outside? So I decided to walk Max early, 6:15. I was hot, I was sweaty, I hadn't had much sleep, but I was not angry and I didn't get into trouble and nothing happened. You know, no one triggered me off. So I walked onto the field. There was people on the field, but I kept my distance from them. I kept myself to myself. I didn't get into any confrontations or any kind of trouble. What was on my mind was getting hold of my depression tablets, because lately I've got the feeling people have been trying to make me depressed, unhappy. I feel isolated, obviously, because I'm not going out at lunchtime. I'm not going out at lunchtime because it's too hot to walk the dog. And going out with Max, even if I don't meet anybody, I go out and see people and get fresh air. So I've been stuck indoors at lunchtime, not having a break. So sometimes you can feel cooped up and isolated, but I'm okay, I'm fine. I'm doing a bit of undercover investigating. I said I'm doing a bit of undercover investigating. So I'm screenshotting things and videoing things and keeping them as evidence of what is going on towards myself. So I came back from walking Max. I uploaded a couple of videos. I was watching Mr. UK TikTok official in his live streams, and he was on a tube at that time going up to London. So I was watching his videos. By the way, someone at Mr. UK TikTok official GIMP sent me a video about Mr. UK TikTok official, which I've watched. I've been sent a video about Mr. UK TikTok official, which I've watched. And he said, why would you consider gifting this person? And he sent it to all Mr. UK TikTok's followers. So I've watched it. I've watched the video that this UK TikTok official GIMP sent me. I've watched it. So I told you, when you go into other people's live streams, they warn you against them. They send you messages against the person you're watching. So I've watched the video. And Mr. TikTok UK has been gifted big time. I went back into the live stream afterwards and he's just been given a big gift. So I don't know what's going on, but this has happened. So I rang up Boots. And I've paid £5 to have my prescription delivered, which is coming tomorrow. So I'm not going up to see my mother tomorrow. I'm waiting for my prescription. When I speak to my mum, I get het up, agitated, and I end up getting into a heated argument, which is unnecessary. I have not spoken to my mother in weeks. I've not gone up to see my mother in over a month. I have not asked her for any money at all or phoned her up for any money. So I don't know what's been going on, but I feel like I'm being harassed. And it's all being noted down in the journal, screenshotted what's happening to me, and it's my mum ringing me. My mum's ringing me 3 times a day. I've got all the messages, 61 of them, and not one of them has been me ringing my mother up for money. And, you know, if necessary, I can give the police the voicemails. 61 over a few weeks. 61 messages. That's being obsessed. So she rang me up this morning, and I listened to the messages, because if there's anything wrong and she needs me, I will go up there. Obviously I will. If she says this is wrong, that's wrong, I'll shoot up there. I don't need to ask my mum for money to go up there. Something's wrong with my mum and she needs my help and support, I'll shoot up there. So she left this message, and she said, I've got £20. £20, she said, but I had a shopping delivery coming today. So why would I take £20 off my mother when I've paid for my own shopping? And I've paid for it myself. So she leaves this message, yeah? And I'm thinking, well, why are you saying that? I haven't asked you for money. I haven't asked you for any money at all. Max, stop it. It's getting... Go on, go and sit on my chair then. It's alright, the dog wants to sit where I'm sitting, so I've got to stand up now. And that's what it's got me up out of my chair. So, it's my dog, he wants to sit where I've been sitting. So, where was I? I listened to my mum's voicemail, then I put the phone down, and I thought, well, let's phone the chemist up. Paid £5, got my prescriptions coming tomorrow, my depression tablets, and I knew I wasn't going out at lunchtime. It's too hot. I wasn't even going out to the co-op. So it's like sitting indoors sweating, basically. Because I can't sit on the balcony. There's a scooter that goes up and down the road. There's too much noise. So I don't sit out on the balcony anymore. And I've not been live streaming. And I've been at Rochester in my home all day. Apart from walking Max once early this morning. And my shopping said it was coming between 1 and 2. And it was obviously the guy got held up and it was later. And in this heat you don't complain, because the poor guy carrying shopping in this weather, and other people have had deliveries. Not just me. There was an Iceland lorry out there just now. An Iceland lorry. So, it was just unbearably hot. I've just been sat down. I can't do very much in this heat. So I was in and out of live streams watching them. Chelsea Leart came on. Chelsea Leart came on before my Tesco delivery arrived, and she was all dressed up with a scarf on her head, and she was out somewhere, like on a rooftop or something, sunbathing. And I looked to see when my Tesco's delivery is. I looked to see when my Tesco's delivery was, and it said it was going to be a bit later, and I'm not surprised by that, because it is hot. And I just waited, and the guy rang the buzzer, and my God, the guy was enormous. He reminded me of the Wiltshire Farm Foods guy that called to Victoria Road when my dad was alive. He was a huge type looking guy with a big bald head and massive, because you remember that my dad's history with my mother, he committed domestic violence against my mum, Derek did, and myself. And this Wiltshire Farm Foods guy came to Victoria Road, and my mum answered the door, and I was right behind her back, and this guy was massive. So the guy rings my buzzer, I'm letting him in, and he can't push the door. He's a big effing bloke, he's about 6'5", and heavy set, and bald, and he can't open the door. He couldn't open the door, and I'm sure I've had this guy before and the same problem on a previous video. So I had to go all the way downstairs. Now I feel safe inside my door, inside my flat. We've been getting a lot of lads lately coming down the stairs with bicycles, getting in and out of the lift with bicycles, and bicycles on the corridor. I don't want to go downstairs. So he pressed the buzzer again, this guy, and he still couldn't get in the door, so I had to go downstairs and let this guy in. There was a lad behind my back with a bicycle, and I just felt vulnerable and on my own with this big tall guy, massive. He was like a funny version of the guy next door, who is bald and tall, but this guy was massive. Massive. He was bigger and heavy set than the guy next door. And the lad went into the lift with his bicycle. I went through. There's been no post today for me, nothing. No letter, no parcels, nothing. I've had nothing at all. And I don't expect things every day, don't get me wrong. But you don't want to be invisible and feel like you don't exist, because it's a nasty feeling. I was just chatting with somebody about it just now. Just feeling like you don't exist, you're not there. You start getting no mail, no one talks to you, and you just like, that's what they're trying to do, make me disappear, I think. Anyway, I don't do live streams anymore, do I? That was keeping my my temperament in a good temperament. Even with trolls, I was still had a good temperament when I was live streaming. But TikTok have got so many rules now that you get your violations for hardly anything, and it's just not, for me, it's just not worth it. So I let this big guy in. You need a key to get into the lift. So he had to wait for me to call the lift down, because the lad had gone up to the second floor. So I called the lift down from the second floor to the ground floor. The guy went in the lift on his own. I went up to the first floor, got into my flat. Max was protecting me immediately, and my dog was by my side. My dog was right there. Actually, the guy turned out to be really nice. He was a big, heavy-set man, about 6'5". He looked like a prisoner. And I just talked to him like you do when you're interacting with members of the public, in a decent manner. And I put all my stuff away. The guy was very helpful. I've got no complaints at all. But the way he looked was like, scared me to begin with. And I'm on my own, and it did scare me. I came into my flat with the food, started putting everything away, and I got a message from victim support about Silverline, which is supposed to help people like me that are isolated at home. And I'm a woman, so a gentleman answered the phone, a young man. And they talk like the people on TikTok in the chat talk to me. It was talking like they're talking like the internet. So if when someone sends me a text, hello pretty, hello gorgeous, and remember this, the Tesco guy was great, big and bald. They're just replicating the speech out of messages I've been getting off of TikTok. Really? Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Really? Like it sounds sarcastic. The guy from Silverline said he can't really do anything to me but talk. And he gave me a number for Hourglass. That helps people like me apparently. Hourglass. HOURGLASS. But he obviously thought I was an old lady. Because you have to be over 60 to use it. Over 60 to use it. She asked me my age and obviously she said I can't help you. I can't help you. You're not old enough. You're not 60. So they can't help me. She said, would it help if you told me what's going on? So I told her about the police not helping me, the social services not helping me, and I'm at my wit's end. I'm being passed from pillar to bloody post. And I did it without getting cross with anybody or swearing. I said I'm being passed from pillar to post and nobody's helping me. And she told me to make a complaint against the police, and I've made several complaints against the police. So nothing, so you just pushed about from pillar to post with stupid people answering the phone, talking dumb, passing me to places and not listening to me. I said I'm not 60. So they can't help me. And Silverline said to me, why has victim support passed you on to us? Like you need proper help. What is victim support passing you on to us for? It's ridiculous. And it's all meant to make me cross. It's all done to make me cross and angry. And noise and banging start after the phone calls, noises and banging, trying to make you. I'm not going outside in this heat. It's 33 degrees. It's 33 degrees, guys. I'm not going out in this heat. Well, it was at that time. It's now 36. There's people struggling to get on buses and do their shopping. You're not going to make my little dog suffer, surely, just because you want a bit of... What do you want me to go outside for? What's the big deal about me going outside? Does someone want to come into my flat and have a bath or something? Now, what's the big deal? Why can't I just stay indoors and relax for 2-3 days? Oh, yeah, someone said to me, oh, why don't you go outside? Why don't you go outside? You'll meet people outside. In this heat, all people want to do is keep cool. They don't want to stand around and chat for ages. And they're making mountains out of molehills because I'm fine on my own. Oh, and by the way, my mother's just rung. My mum's just rung me. And I'm not going up there tomorrow. Because I'm a grown adult. And this is why they mess around with my bank account. They messed around with my bank account over 7 times over a period of nearly a year and a half. Stopping my money, closing down my, shutting it down because of interactions on my card without telling me and leaving me without money, and they've started to do it again. I'm an adult. You know, why does my mum keep ringing the bloody phone? She talks to her neighbours. She hasn't got the problems I've got. Her neighbours go in there. Neighbours talk to my mother, Jennifer. And someone's asking me how I'm okay now, and it's hot. I know it is. It is hot. I'm gonna go now, guys, and I'm gonna keep posting videos. You've got the wrong person. All this hatred and what you're doing to me is disgusting. See you later.